Hello, welcome along. My name's Simon Jacobs. This is episode 121 of Adventures in Pop, and you are extremely welcome. And you're looking fabulous. Well, both of you are. Both of you are looking great. So, thanks for coming. Let's begin. In this episode, I want to just talk about some of the more difficult aspects of songwriting, the kind of almost like tests you can give yourself to try and well I guess, push the boundaries, develop yourself, develop your skills. I think I've been maybe unwittingly giving myself hard tasks to do recently. Certainly, I've found it hard. Let me tell you all about it after this. So there's a couple of things I've been trying recently. The first is trying to pick an old song, and actually a very, very old song that I can remember from quite well, but probably from back in the 80s, 90s, or the latest, the early noughties, um, and try and work that song again with today's bedroom technology techniques, etc., and see if I can give a good representation of that original, which is probably on a really horrible cassette, or in a rather strange digital form that's come from an analog. But so it's really worthwhile trying to make a brand new recording, but it's really difficult because in your head you've got this very precise version that you've remembered for 20 or 30 years, and it becomes an issue when you divert too much away from it, and you find yourself trying to, whatever you do, I think you're trying to recreate probably a mood as well as a set of notes and bars that are very difficult to recreate from some bygone era. So it's a tough challenge, and it's definitely worthwhile, but it's a tricky one. It's a little bit like doing a cover version, but the song you're covering is your own song, and in a way that makes it slightly more difficult. Too much baggage, too many memories of what you think it sounds like or should sound like. So that is a tough challenge. The other thing, and I'm going to just play you a bit of this, and then actually leave you with the whole brand new song, just written in the last week or so. So it's in its kind of a rough state. This isn't, I'm sure, how it'll end up, if it ends up anywhere. It's a song called "It's You," and the thing I'm interested in about this was usually I like to write with the pretty much with the words and the music kind of coming together at the same time. So while I'm fishing around for the right notes and chords and stuff, I'm also practicing the lines and thinking, oh, that's where that goes. So usually I try. I suppose I engineer a situation where the words and music are happening simultaneously. And that is because I think I've found it quite difficult if I've got a bunch of words and no music, or the other way around, some music and no words. Sometimes finding the missing piece is really hard because you've got something that is kind of set. Now, this is what's happened to me. So I got a very strong sense of, a melody, got the melody down, and then obviously had set myself the task of finding the words that go with that melody, and to a very precise rhythm as well. So not only was there a rather fixed melody that could only go, in my view, could only go one way, then within that melody was some very, fixed rhythm. So then the task is to find the exact words that are going to fit, and actually, that might even make sense at the same time. So that's quite a kind of tough, wordy songwriting challenge. So what I want to do, I'll just play you the part of the song where basically what I'd come up with, what the melody was, and exactly what I was doing, which was basically la la and lum lumming, and occasionally the odd strange word would pop in. So I was just basically singing gibberish to get the melody and the rhythm of the melody down, something like this. So what I had as melody was something like this. So I had to sit and come up with those with the right words, and what I'll leave you with is the finished piece, which obviously by playing it to you, I guess I'm happy enough with it that it sort of has succeeded in its mission to fit all those places. Whether it's a good song or not, obviously, remains in debate. So I'll leave you with It's You and just those songwriting challenges, which on the surface you'd think, well, that's dead easy. If I've got some melody, then just put some words to it. Why should that be difficult? And likewise, if you already know the song, why is it difficult getting it down? Just do it. These are little tricks meant to tease the songwriter, I think. Now, look, I'll leave it there, and in a very few days, I will be back to talk to you about my first new single of a new batch of songs. The single is out on the 21st of July, and it's called Strange Alien, but until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Some people have their secrets, and some people never tell. Sleeping in the sun until the nighttime comes, and then you find you're trapped in their spell. And some people keep you guessing. Some people don't say a word. You've been waiting for the one, for your prince to come, just like all the stories that you heard. Maybe you can buy it to teach me. Your purpose was to help me along. But just as I began to think that you loved me, that is when I found you had gone. Did you come to rescue me? Say the words of the one set me free. 'Cause who's the one that's always coming through? It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. My friends tell me it's no big deal. They're not convincing you are real, but I swear the one I say is true. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. Some people stay broken hearted, once bitten, twice shy. But I think I just felt a bolt of lightning hitting me as you passed by. Some people have their secrets, and some people never tell. Sleeping in the sun until the nighttime comes, and then you find you're trapped in their spell. Did you come to rescue me? Say the words that's gonna set me free. 'Cause who's the one that's always coming through? It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. My friends tell me it's no big deal. Oh, they're not convinced that you are real, but I swear the one I say is true. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. it's you, it's you, it's you. And did you come to rescue me? It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you.